How old were you when you enlisted?
When I enlisted.
Yeah. How old were you when you enlisted?
I didn't enlist. Uncle Sam says we
He's a
need
kid.
you. See?
Well, how old were you when he said he needed you?
Yeah, I was 19. And of course, being brand new in the Army, you know, there ain't nothing dumber than a brand new recruit. You know, they're the dumbest people on earth. And we were no different. We were just the same. But you soon learn the Army way, and you're all right then. See?
So you, 3 months in Alabama for basic training.
Yeah.
And from basic, they sent you straight to...
No, we got a 10-day delay en route. That's when we went home, and her and I got married then. Virginia, Newport News, Virginia. That's where we left the United States. It took us 29 days to get to Casablanca, Africa. And I went to the 34th, and that's where they were training to go in on Anzio Beachhead. That's where I went in on my first invasion in Anzio. Now this was on Anzio Beachhead. And had her coffee. I didn't want to be gone too long because anything can happen, you know, anytime. So I started back, and just as I got back to the foxhole, in came a mortar, and you can hear them coming. And then there you got to beat it. So I made a dive right into that foxhole, and thank God, everything all was sticking out of the poles of my legs, and I got a couple of bullets.
So you drive a Jeep most of the time or a truck?
Most of the time, yeah. I drove well, I had a command car, I had a Jeep, had a personnel carrier, and a 6x6. And whatever they needed that day when he was in the motor pool, that's the way you went. Well, I used to haul gas a lot. I'd haul rations with the big truck. I hauled personnel, and the past people took personnel on that. And then I had the other ammo truck that carried ammo for up to the line back, and then the Jeep for messages. See. Rome was open city. We could that night. A bunch of us would go down to the wine shop. You know, you always carry your rifle everywhere you go. And here we're going in this wine shop. We get in there, and this place is full of Germans. And they're carrying their rifles too, man. They're slinging and dancing and having a ball, and drinking that wine and having a good time, you know. And when the night was over, well, the Germans, they went out of town that way, and we went back this way. Then the next day, start shooting at one another.
Shooting with hangovers the next day.
Yeah. But it was quite an experience. Yeah. It seemed funny that if you could get along one night in the wine shop, you could get along anywhere, see? Yeah. They decided, well, now you know how we could run these Germans out. Let's bomb that dam and let that water loose, and we'll flood them out, see? Good idea. So they did. They bombed the dam, and they blew it out. And the water went out just like that. Only it didn't go where they wanted it to go. They wanted to go on the Germans. Instead of that, the water come back on us. And that's where I got separated from the rest of the company. When we did get back to camp, the first thing Captain Rivers told us, he says, hey, you guys, all of you ride home tonight. Because he says, I had to turn you in as missing. Thanksgiving, because Quartermaster's Corps there came out and got 6 drivers to drive truck, because they said that every GI would have Thanksgiving dinner. And he said, we're going to make sure we have it all done and we're all gonna have turkey, see. Well, everybody got a Thanksgiving dinner, but you know who? 6 guys. That's 6 drivers. Because we drove Thanksgiving Day delivering this stuff to different places. But our Thanksgiving was the next day.
What year was that?
In 1943. Yeah. That 88 was just about the right range for him to shoot. Wherever this curve was around this rock in the road. And they'd shoot at one man with that thing. 2 miles away they'd shoot at. And so I played tic-tac-toe with that guy for quite a few days. Sometimes he'd get your speed and he'd know just how far you'd be and he'd shoot and you'd be there at the time the shell got there, see? Well,
Oh boy.
sometimes I'd get in around that rock and I'd stop and just stay there about a half a minute and the shell would go off and then I'd go on, see? He outsmarted him that time, you know. Next time I'd come down, you know, when I got behind that rock, I goosed that Jeep, man, flat on the floor and away it go, and I'd just get by it. When it zing go there, she'd go back. And you just had to play tricks with him. You sure did. So one of you hadn't got me one, because I played in mine. You don't do the same thing twice in a row, see? Yeah. They put an anti-personnel mine. They planted one night right in the middle of the road, right in front of our gate where we had to go out and in this area. And who hit the mine? I did, see. And blew the motor out of that Jeep, blew the front wheel off of it. God, I couldn't hear nothing for a month afterwards. It just felt like my head went like this. No, I got another new Jeep there. See.
How many Jeeps did you go through?
Oh, probably about a half a dozen, I guess, yeah.
How long were you guys in Pisa?
We were in Pisa for about 3 weeks, yeah. I climbed a flagpole on top of the Leaning Tower and scratched my initials and my wife's initials on top of the ball on the flagpole. That was in 1944, I believe, yeah, 44.
So, on the tip of that flagpole, there was nothing under you but 300 feet of air to the ground.
That's all. And I couldn't breathe while I was up there, afraid the tower would fall over. Because it does lean quite a bit.
So you got to see an awful lot of the Italian countryside.
Oh, I seen a lot of that. Every man in my division and outfit never got to see.
2 years.
Because I was in different sectors and they never did get in there, see. The division that we fought against, the German division, was the 34th Infantry Division. The division that I was in was in the American 34th Infantry Division, and they resigned to us. They came into us. Boy, was those guys glad to get rid of those rifles, and man, we had a good time with them. They were a good bunch of fellas, really.
So you were in Italy when the war ended?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.